everybody, it's the Modern Day Nana. Okay, well, we are going to do another spring craft. I was thinking I had some, I think I saw this on Pinterest at some point. I'm going to zoom in a little here. Okay, there we go. All right, so I had just a cheap tin, not an antique or vintage or anything, just a cheap tin, what cookies came in, container I took the lid off of. And this is just I think somebody made this actually, because it has like hand engraving. It says, like where they engraved it into the clay, it says, do more of what brings you happiness. I love that. Well, crafting brings me happiness. So anyway, see, it's that color on the inside. But I thought this would make the perfect stand for our little metal cookie tin. And then I just had this white paint. It's something I had mixed up, so I just kind of did a primer. It is just like you'd buy a gallon of white acrylic paint at the store, to paint your wall or something with. And then I just mixed. I'm not honestly sure what I mixed with this. It's a really great texture. If it was this calcium carbonate, which I got way too big of a bag. This will literally last me forever. I got this on Amazon. It makes the smoothest chalk paint. If you're just using like an acrylic paint and you want to make it chalk paint, I think the calcium carbonate makes the smoothest chalk paint. You can also use, which I have, baking soda. I've used grout. What else? I think some people use baking powder. I don't think I've tried that one. But anyway, I had this. So I just thought, oh, well, I'll just go ahead and, kind of put a base coat on. Now, this, we're almost 100% positive, was Dollar Tree trim, and I think I've seen it there. I think I got it in with the ribbon. I was thinking to make like a trim around the top. I thought, well, that might be kind of cute around the rim here, or even around the bottom. Now I'm going to paint all this, so you're not even going to see it that well anyway, but I think I'm going to go with just doing it on the top. So I think we probably better get that done. I feel like hot glue would probably work, but since we have our E6000, you just get this in the craft section like at Walmart or the craft store and the glues. It's a great bonding glue, but it takes a while to bond. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put some of this E6000 around where we're going to put our metal, and then we'll put some hot glue. So we'll kind of have that as it sets up. Sure bond, but we will also have it while it's setting up. Okay, all right, now we're starting to make a little headway, and you don't have to hit like every single spot, but get it on here so that. Oh, we also have to glue the base onto the top here, but we can do that, I feel like. At the end. I mean, we could do it either time. Yay! All right, we got it unstuck there. Okay, so let's just go ahead. I don't know, is there a seam in here? I'm sure there is. Here it is. Here's a seam in our tin. Let's go ahead and this can just be cut with it's thin. It can just go ahead and be cut with the scissor. So let's go ahead. We've got our E6000 on here. Let's go ahead and put some hot glue, and that way we can go ahead and get it going here. Get it molded to the, be careful, don't burn yourself. I don't have any gloves or anything on and this is metal. And this will be really cute. We can just do a little Easter scene in here. Now, I haven't decided I think if we wanted it to be year-round, well, I don't know if the hot glue is going to stick with the E6000. Okay. Let's just try it with the hot glue. We'll just put a little, excuse me, we'll just put a little bit of hot glue on at a time, and we will see if we can get, because it's metal on metal, and let's see if we can get our metal to stick. It should just stick to the hot glue. Okay. I could truly use these other metal clamps that I have, but I don't know where. So there is that. We'll use the one clamp we've got. How about that? Clamps. And we'll just have to use our fingers as a clamp. Yeah, that'll be good. So what I was going to say was, we could paint this pink, and it would certainly go for Easter. I don't really have, well, I do. I'd like to redo my bedroom, especially my bedroom closet, and like where my dresser and stuff is at. I'd like to redo that in a Paris theme, because has it been about 5 years ago now? I went to Paris for 3 weeks with my brother and his wife. Oh my God, I loved it. That's the first time I've been out of the country. Right? What a first trip to take, right? I said we went to Spain last year, and Spain was awesome. We went to Madrid. We went to up north and spent a good amount of time up there, and it was awesome. But I thought to myself, how am I ever going to top Paris? I mean, maybe that was a mistake to go there first. Because I don't know. That was so incredible. But anyway, I said all that to say, about the only place I could really think I could use pink would be when I redo my bedroom. Because my bedroom and my closet area, because I want to redo that in a Parisian theme. But if I wanted it to go kind of be a color that I could use in lots of places, I was thinking I could do like a green, and I think that's quite a springy color, the green. And I actually have there's just a little spot right here that's overlapping and not letting that sit flush, I feel like. Might have to cut it off at this side since that one's already glued down. And like I said, oh shoot, now there's a little bit of a gap, but we'll turn it towards the back, or we'll put something there. Okay. Alright, so there's that, and honestly, past that, I don't know. The stuff is so pliable, so if it's a problem, you feel like, needs to be whatever, just mess with it a little bit, with your fingers. And of course the hot glue can get a little chunky, so if you have any little chunky places, get your piece of sandpaper out, or just probably can just pull it off. Okay, so we got that. Now, so I've got this moss. I've got this little container of the moss green Waverly. You get that at Walmart. I'm sure you can get it. I know you can get it on Amazon. Different places. Oh yeah, I can get it off. I think this would be plenty to do. Ooh, it's crusted on there. I think this would be plenty. That's awfully dark though. Or we could do the pink, which I've just got a couple of different acrylic colors we could mix up and mix in some of our calcium carbonate, and just make ourselves a pink chalk paint. Gosh, I like the pink idea. You know what? I think I'm sold more on the pink idea, so let's just go ahead and do that. Now, I don't really have a place to mix up, so being the kind of person I am that just kind of ad-libs, I'm just going to pour it in. Oh, that's actually a really pretty color. I don't know if I want to mix any of that dark. Cameo pink. It's apple barrel matte. We could mix, I'm going to mix a little bit, and that's just, get it to where it's spreadable. Uh-oh, I think I put too much calcium carbonate in it. And like I said, you can do, yep, I did. Let's put some more in there. You can do other stuff if you don't want to purchase a calcium carbonate. And I think this is a little too pink for me, so I'm just going to take a little bit of my white. I want it to be a nice faint. There. Just going to stick a little bit of my white. That was a baby food jar. I don't know, probably can't even get baby food in glass jars anymore. I can't even believe we fed. I'm sure it's improved greatly, but I can't believe I fed that crap to Mikey. I did, honestly, it was pretty much only the first one. I just mix some white with it. I'm just mixing it up in here. Honestly, this is going to be covered anyway. So, but we can go ahead and paint up the sides. We have plenty of paint. This is just a, this is just a cheapy paintbrush, like, the ones you get in the pack of, with the variety of paintbrushes. This has still got some lumps in it, but we can always take and sand it when it gets dry. And we might want to sand off a little bit of the, just to give it that aged look. Let's go ahead and paint our base while we're at it here. It's got some little bits and pieces in it, so just kind of pick them out as you're going along. That's probably from my white paint because I don't even know when I mixed it up. It's got to have been last summer or fall. Anyway. And I had just put this first coat on here just because I was messing and I had the white paint out. So I thought, oh. But then I was like, I don't want it white. Although, I've got a lot of white stuff. Well, then maybe that's why I don't want it white. Okay. So, yeah, let's just get a coat. We'll probably have to do a couple of coats. No biggie. We'll just get this going and then we can definitely glue this together and use some E6000. I'm being pretty sloppy about it, but that's okay. Okay. And we can mix up more. We'll have to dab this, and maybe I should have painted this pink the underside pink before I started, but that's okay. Just do what you do. Kind of ad-lib as you go. But this will be super cute. Make a little vignette in it. Gosh, we could put really anything in it. We could be seasonal about it. And then, it'd be cute as a nest or Easter eggs or a bunny and a candle and whatever, whatever you want it to do. But then, like I said, then you can use it if you've got a pink room in your house or want some pink accents. You could do something with it year-round. It'd be sweet to have like a little potted plant in here, fresh or artificial. I mean, put your perfumes in here. Once we get this glued onto the pedestal, it'll be nice and solid, So, kind of where I pulled that apart at to cut it, I could put a little dab. Just put a little dab of glue and stick it down. I mean, honestly, anything that's small enough could be put in here, Be cute sitting on a table in the front room or wherever with your remote controls in it, or honestly anything you want. And see, we are painting all this the same color, but we can go back in if we want to and rough up the metal trim a little bit to where you can tell that it's a trim. I mean, you can tell, I can tell. Sometimes I, think you probably can't tell as well on camera as I can sitting here eyeing it, but you can only do so much. And that's a nice thing too. It is fun to do things, just for a specific holiday. But it's also nice if you can use something for every day, or, at least more than for one thing. Which, I mean, pink you can. Any color you can if you have the right environment for it. Uh-oh, I think I just took off the paint that was underneath it. Well, we better let this dry and then we can come back and cover that back up. 'Cause, yeah, it was like red underneath there. Okay, let's let this dry. Okay guys, so I went ahead and got this painted and put the metal trim on with just some hot glue. I did the E6000 too a little bit, and then I hot glued it so that it would have that hold. And then I just E6000 the base to the tin and let it sit overnight. I just set something heavy in it. Okay. Let's go ahead. These were the wallpaper squares I got from Dollar Tree. Now I'm just thinking, just rough this up a little bit. Show the metal of the design here a little bit. Not a ton. And then we can just kind of age it a little bit and rough it up. So see, that works really good with the, just take your regular old acrylic paint and add a little bit of some kind of powder to it. Baking soda works really good too. There's some little beads right here. I kind of like to bring those out a little bit. Just like a little raised dot in the design of this was a good addition to the Dollar Tree stuff. And then, yeah, just, kind of hit the high spots however much you like it distressed. If you don't want it distressed, you don't have to at all. I definitely like my stuff to look distressed. Do a cut around the base of it a little bit. Kind of around where there are, raised edges. So like I said, to your preference. And if you want to do a little on the actual tin, you can do that. I would say be careful with that if the underneath color, this one was red. So I can get by with it down here because this was just kind of a neutral color. This was. But this tin was just like a little cheap cookie tin from Christmas time. So I'm going to try to avoid getting right on here. Okay. Now we can, what did I do with that? If we want, here is a seals and protects. It's a waterproof sealer that you put on top of your chalk paint. Okay, and it seals it and protects it. So, oh, mine's a little goopy. Oh, it's a lot goopy. Here, I'll just use this piece of cloth. Mine's kind of thick. It's usually thinner than this when it's new, but nonetheless, it'll do the trick. Okay? You don't have to do this step, but it does protect it. I've done furniture before, and it works really well to protect it. You know, if you've got an item you don't want messed up, or it's going to get some wear and tear. It does give it a bit of a texture. I mean, it feels a little waxy over it once you do it, but that's nice too. It looks probably a little more finished if you put this on it. They're min wax. There are different varieties, but these aren't much. And this will last you unless you're doing like a piece of furniture. It's the Waverly waterproof or water-based wax. You get it there with the paints at Walmart. You can get it online. You can get a big bottle of it. Also, the stained one is real nice. You know, it's like a brown stain. Okay, so good deal. Here, let me kind of clean up my surface a little bit, although this is a mess. Okay, so we have a really fun, cute, kind of little, well, it's not really a tiered tray, is it? But it's just like a little risen dish that we can put things in. Now, I did go ahead and pull some of my spring stuff out, some littles that I thought would work in here, and we can just mess with that a little bit and see what we like. I kind of wanted to put something in the bottom of it. Okay, let's see what we've got here. This is the stuff that I got last year. I saw they had it again this year at Dollar Tree. It's just like a fake artificial, you know, grass. So we could just cut a nice circle out and put in here. You could put a doily in here. You could put nothing in it. Here I've got some scraps. Maybe we could just set these scraps in here. You could stick moss in there. I'm just going to lay these scraps in and see, because you're not going to see it. I don't even think I'm not even going to glue them down. I'm just going to kind of lay them in here to give this like a base. That way I can save my big chunk for other things. Just to kind of give it a base so you don't see the pink, you know, you don't see the pink under it. And we could glue it down, but we might want to use it for something else, so let's... Here's a strip. Oh, there we go. Stick this over here. Okay. Yeah, just some bits and pieces. I'm going to make it kind of so it doesn't overlap though, because I don't want my, whatever I sit in there to seem wonky. And it's a good way to use your it's a good way to use your scraps. There we go. Okay. Maybe one other little piece right here. And this will be cute anywhere you put it. Just a little, make just a little vignette. For spring. Okay. And I've got all kinds of moss because, yeah, we're going to be doing lots and lots of mossy stuff for the wedding coming up in the fall. My son's getting married, for you guys that don't know, and it's going to be kind of woodland themed, like with a Hobbit theme. Okay, so I'm happy with this. So now we just have to decide what we want to put inside of it. I have got, let me see, I just brought some stuff up. Because I've got the stuff, that's for sure. This little guy, I'm not sure what happened to the other one. This little guy, I think I got him at Hobby Lobby one year, like super duper cheap. So, depending on what kind of what feel you're wanting to go for, this is definitely kind of homespun. I don't know, kind of feels farmhousey to me. It's a muslin bunny. I think it was $2. So we could just set bunny in there. Here's a nest. I think this also was a pick from there that I got. Even that's just cute. Okay, so you can do whatever you want with, your little containers once you get them. Sorry, I was checking my email. Once you get them where you want them. Okay, so just this simply right here is really cute. Or we could do, let's see, I've got a number of these little vases, are probably little cream pitchers or something. This one's got little willows in it. Here, let me scoot you guys back so you can see, although you'll see my big mess underneath, but still. Okay, so that one's got just some cute little branches of willow, and I think these are fake, pretty sure. I just put a little spring tag up on there, so we could do like the little vase with some little willows in it. Let's see. Oh, I had gotten these mushrooms at Dollar Tree. Actually, just this spring. I don't think they go with that. Let me see what else we've got. Oh, remember these? I got it. That might be cute with a bunny in there. Oh, here. Sorry, pardon me. This, I think, I'm not sure if I got this at Walmart last year or... That's cute. Just nice. And we've got some, color down here, but this is all neutral. That's really cute. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. We could put the spring, and that would bring in just a dab of pink on this little tag that says spring. That would be cute, and that was just easy to make. I think I took a napkin and covered some paper and then just wrote spring on there with a marker. It was a napkin from the Dollar Tree, I believe. Just Mod Podged it on there. I like that. Let's see. We could also, we could maybe add some, we could add in this. No, then you're going to lose the bunny. Oh, but that's pretty if you want to color. So if you want to color, I've also got this one. These were like on clearance last year after the fact. What's this say, Hop? So I almost feel like this needs to be up a little bit. And, you know, to do that, you just have to, you know, take something. This is just a lid off of some beads I had. I'm bad about using the stuff around me, guys. Sometimes just to elevate, you know, you can't see it underneath there. So I think that might be a little bit better. You can see it a little better. Yeah, I'm pretty bad about just using the stuff I have right literally in my arm's reach. I like that, so that's cute. So we got Hop, we got Bunny, we have the nest. If we wanted to do some color, here's, or, well, we wouldn't have to. Let me get my wire cutters. I've got all kinds of things, guys. This was a little, we used this in that bunny when we made those rag wreath bunnies. We put some in his bow tie and in his ears. That's just probably a few videos back. That turned out cute. It's hard to go wrong with green. It's hard to go wrong with a little greenery, guys. Right? Like that. So you could do that. That's a nice look too. Okay. Oh, here's this doily. If you wanted to add a little bit of color too, you could just let, you know, just an old doily, you could have it sticking out a little bit. It's kind of sweet. Just a pink and a green. So that's kind of sweet if you wanted to jazz it up a little bit. Let's just try some of the stuff we have and see what we like. And then, you know, you can just, like I said, you can use this for something else after the fact. Oh, here's I have a partial set. A lot of them are broke, but here is a teacup. And these, I think I got last year, but I think they have them this year. And if we need to, we could stick something in here to, this is just some moss, you know, to make it higher so that it sticks up a little higher. Have our little tree. Here's a different bunny. Or here's these. Now, if you see bunnies and you don't look like what they look like at the thrift store, I just brought these home, painted them with the chalk paint, and then did that stained wax on them. See how it's kind of got the brown? It's kind of short in there. So there's that. Let's see. We've got this picture if we felt like we needed something taller. I don't like that tree in there. But we do have, you know, we do have some greenery. We have these little willow branches if we like them. Those are sweet for spring. I really like those. Those are cute. I think that's going to be my fave. And then I might have gotten these last year at the Dollar Tree, but just some sweet little daffodils, right? And you don't have to fill it up. You know, you don't have to make it like you're filling up the entire container. You can just put like 3 or, oh, I cut that one too short probably. 3 or 5 or, here's a little, well, it just happened to be in there, just a little piece of fern. We can stick it in there, or we can stick it down here. Ooh, that's cool. And we can also, if we want to, you know, always just use a little piece of paper or whatever you've got and stick in here if you want your flowers to stick up a little higher, and they will. Right? So, let's see what else we could put here. Well, we've got that nest that we've been messing with. That's pretty. I feel like this, though, this needs to come up. So it needs something. Which we all have lots of things. I just happen to have this spool of thread sitting here. Let's see if that makes it better. Or, oh, hold on. Oh, it's going to fall through. Because it's got a big hole in the bottom. Yeah, I feel like she needs to come up a little bit. Well, we can find something. But you get the idea. Okay. You like that one better? I like that contrast better, and it sits up where it's supposed to. We've got these couple of mushrooms that I just got at, oh, they might not do too well on this fake grass underneath here. They were a little wobbly anyway. Not really feeling that. Just do what you want. Oh, you guys, I got these one year at Cracker Barrel of all places. I was going to do a little tree. I never even got them out of the container. Aren't those beautiful, though, for Easter? Let's open them up. And maybe we can just fill this. I've got a couple of little dishes. These go with that set that had the cup with it. Might just help to fill it in. You know what I mean? Just put it upside down in here. Let's see. I'm not even going to take the. Let's just dump them all in here and see what we think. I'm just giving you different options, guys. Love the pink and green. Those have got a couple little grayish colored ones in them. But that's okay. We could always put down a layer of moss too. Probably should have done that first. Okay, let's put down a layer of moss and then put these in. Take our doily out. Of course, we could cover this with our doily. And then let's just kind of tuck some moss in. Tuck some moss in around it. I have a bunch more of that somewhere, but, you know, somewhere is the operative word, right? Here's just some Spanish moss. It's got a little green in it. No, I think that's a little too rustic for what we're going for. And this moss is extremely rustic. Probably, I'm not sure where I got it. Floral moss. Looks like Walmart. Here's this one. This is very rustic. It's real moss, but it's just in sheets. I think it might all be in one sheet. I hate to mess with it too much, but we can just pull some off. See, it's real moss. We can just stick some in here. Oh, that's just going to be pretty. I think this is going to be a nice contrast. The real moss with the kind of blingy bulbs. It smells so good. Did I show you guys that big old container of moss I got? That's hilarious. We'll get it out and mess with it when the weather gets nicer. It's such a mess. I just wanted to wait till we could get outside. Just trying to see what else I had in here. Oh, I had all these cute little, I've got all kinds of different colors. Kind of a mess, but I've got all these cute little spools. That would be cute on there too, but let's stick, come on Shell, let's stick with the program. Oh, look at him. All right, let me show you him. I think I got him at the Dollar General last year. Oh, he's so cute. If you wanted to make it rustic. I wonder if we could put him and then put some cute ornaments around him. I'm going to kind of stick them down. Maybe we'll just do the pink and green ones for right now. Try to stick down so I don't have to pull those off. Oh, these are so pretty. When I saw them, I was like, oh, I love those so much. I love the colors. And then I just never used them. But, should we do the white ones too? Should we add a little white in here? Let's leave the gray ones out. Okay. Let's do one more white one, so we've got three white ones. And we can hide those a little better. I'm just not going to keep you guys. Some of these are shiny and some of these are matte. See what I'm saying? That one's shiny. This one's matte. Adorable! So, I got so much junk, it's hard to tell what's what, but those are cute, aren't they? I'm not sure how much I love this bunny, though. Let's see if we had this guy. What about, oh. What about this one? There, I've got another. We could fill this in with a couple more. We've got a couple more pink ones, or another pink one and another green one. I like that. And we could stick some little, this was just off of something that was stuck in something else. Cute. Cutie, cutie, cutie. Okay, let's see. We pull off a couple of pieces of this and pop it in. Just pull it off and stick a few in here and there. And I've got more of this little fern. I don't have it up here with me, but oh, that's sweet. So I think that's nice if we wanted to do something like that. Okay. So really, you know, it's just whatever stuff you've got, and however you want to style it. Here's just a big nest. I think I'm going to do something different with these, and I might redo these. This is wood. I just got them in some craft stuff. Here's a smaller one. I think it was wood too. This is one I just collaged. That might be cute in there with it. Paris, 1878. So you can mess and play with it. That says spring, but this says spring is sprung. I think that's a little too big. And then we've got these. So I did some super cute ones. Just look at the spring playlist. Because in the past I've done some really cute ones. These we just Mod Podged last year and put a little paint on. They're just peat pots. And then this stuff is just that packing. I've used it in different projects. That's just that packing. I just tore it up, and it's great nest material. It makes like great nesting material. So, yeah, lots you could do. This is cute. If you were doing a more, gosh, let me get some of this junk out of the way. If you were doing a bit more of a fancy, you wanted a little fancier, or you can mix and match. I like that. But like I said, I'm giving you guys ideas. You know, get your junk together, and I don't think it needs it, do you? Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. You know, you could do and you know, really get it going and get stuff in here, or you could leave it more basic. I think this is lovely. I like the shiny with the matte. Let me try to get a better view for you guys without all this stuff in the way. Oh, look at this too. Found it at the thrift store. Isn't that adorable, with some little maybe eggs or something? That's cute. Well, maybe we'll do some more, but I just wanted to get you guys going. If you've got any old or tins, save them, or you can find them all the time at the thrift store for nothing. This was the stuff from the Dollar Tree. Thrifted, little, probably a candle, probably supposed to be a candle holder that somebody actually made. Yeah, love it. I think this is precious. Let me see if I can get you guys up a little closer to just focus in on this. No, oh no, not all the craziness I've got behind us here. Which, hey, I need to have like a little staging area, right? Pardon me. They're adorable. I might just leave it like that, guys, and move on to something else. See if one of the girls wants it, or, well, I mean, I need to put some stuff up too, I guess. So, Okay, this is a modern day Nana. Come back on Monday. We're gonna be doing some junk journaling on Mondays. Fridays we're doing just a craft like this. So get your junk out, and I'll see you soon. Like and subscribe. Okay, bye.